In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the Let's Play a Game side quest. Now, this is a little bit of like a dungeon-y kind of themed-esque thing where you have these sparks that fly around. It might be confusing the first time you do it, and you might not understand how you're supposed to do it at first, right? So the point of this is to actually get these sparks into that yellow chest at the top left. And the first one is going to go there by default to kind of indicate that's what you do. The second time, you're going to try push a block like this. I'm going to put it over here. You can see the spark gets near it and it gets absorbed. Now, that's how you get the second one in, technically. This one over here, you need to get it away from the right-hand side of the room and let it loop around the left-hand side of the room. So what I did was I placed that block in the middle there to kind of let it roam around. And then I placed one over here so that it's forced to go into that area. And that is how I solved this first room. Now, it might not go exactly the same, but once you understand the premise of what I'm trying to do, you can figure it out. This room is also a bit chaotic and was kind of confusing. The first thing you want to do is move this block over here. Just put it over here. As soon as you put it over here, the first orb will then go around and will actually get the height. You just need it to go up that like ramp. And once it's on this height, it will rotate around the edge of the room, right? So this next one, you actually have to get high as well. So once I push it in here, it went up. It just shocked me. It didn't go the way I thought it would, but you can see it's at the right height level now, and it went into that cube. So even though it looked like I messed it up, it's all about getting it the right height in the room. Then we're going to move on to the next room. The next room is actually kind of simple. I think I messed this up because I was just planning to like mess with these things, and then I walked off. I walked off the platform. But placing a rock over there in one corner, let them all come out of the treasure chest room so that I can go ahead and grab the chest and leave. Super easy, probably the easiest one in here besides like the very, very first room. In here, there is an enemy right at the bottom that you need to defeat. You should also know that you can also defeat these spark enemies so that you can, get them for your very own echoes, right? So I used the chain and ball dude, and he just smacked them and killed them kind of simply, and I managed to learn them. So in this room is the perfect time to do that. Just kill them with one of those or something else, I guess, anything that works for you. And then we progress into the next room, which is a bit of an underwater section. Super easy. Honestly, there's no real challenge in this one. You just swim to the bottom, open up the chest, you get your 50 rupees or so, and then you're gonna just swim to the right. Now, the way you get out here, instead of going to the left section, you're just going to grab the box, you're going to put it here. But remember, the orb is going to change its pathway. As it goes down, you just swim up and jump up behind it like that, and you get out of this area. That puzzle's super easy. We're going to progress to the next one. Always check the little pots. They always have some nice little goodies in them, or materials, things that you might need. In this last room, it's the boss fight. Now, the boss fight is a little tricky at first. I didn't know what the hell I was supposed to do. The way you start is you just have to attack him with something like the Wiz Robe. You just have to get one attack on him. Boom. A fire attack. One attack is enough. It puts him into this next stage where he like splits. In this case, he splits into 3 clouds that you cannot interact with. Like, you can't attack them. You can't do damage to them. You can, however, influence the pathway. Now, what you have to do is you have to make them move into each other so that they merge, and you have to like form the boss's full form again so that you can attack it again. So you'll also notice that when the Wiz Robe attacks them, it also makes them like pause. So when it hits them, it freezes them, if that's something you want to use to your mechanic. Essentially, what you got to do is just use the rocks around the room, the boulders, and try force these clouds to go a specific direction so that they end up joining up again. And then once you get to this phase, you just have to keep doing damage to it. Just one attack from the Wiz Robe, and it will split again. This time it'll be like in 5. I'm not sure if I skipped a part in this clip over here, but you'll see it skips into this amount, and you just have to merge all of these ones. So first, let the one out at the top right room, and you'll see my plan of action here is to just kind of like block off of the pathway like that, so that it kind of keeps going around. You can do this in so many different ways. You just have to try and throw them off their original trajectory so that they start moving near each other. You want to kind of like group them up, because once they're in like one area of the room, the odds are they're gonna like go into each other. You can see here I'm like blocking off this middle section, and I'm trying to get them to meet up here in the middle like this. Those two are going to meet up nice and easy, and then this one's going to go backwards into the other one, and that's how I got 3 of them merged. And now I just have to get this one over here. Now it's a bit tricky here. They went right past each other. Okay, so it's going to keep going around like this. They're going to not meet each other. It looks like they're going around a different room. So what I have to do here is like block that section off, and then try see if I can block here so that they go this way into each other. It looks like the other 2 are going to meet. There we go. And then the other ones are going to meet in that back right corner. So I'm going to try get them as they get near that room at the end. and I'm just gonna like block them in here. Or they're just gonna meet anyway. Cool. Then we get the Fire Whiz Robe, do one last bit of damage, and boom. That is essentially how you defeat this boss. It's not super difficult. It's just all about like trying to position those clouds to go into each other. Once you do the side quest, you actually get one of the best accessories in the game. This is actually the little enchanted object that reduces the damage you take while you're wearing it. So I recommend wearing this accessory like all the time. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in a future video.